Hey everybody, thanks for joining me on Outside with Jeff. Just wanted to quickly go over a few tomato varieties I'm growing this year and kind of show you some size comparison. So this first one here is a porter tomato. This seed was from MiGardner. This is a 1 ounce tomato. This is a Arkansas Traveler. This tomato weighs in at 3 ounces. The variety is described as growing 3 to 7 ounce tomatoes, but most of mine have been 3 to 4 ounces. The next one here, with this really unique coloring, this is Vintage Wine, and these were both picked as green tomatoes. I was gonna fry them up, but I picked a bunch of them, and then these ones just started to turn naturally. But if you look at that coloring on these, and these are a double bloom, so that's why they're misshapen. But just look at the beautiful coloring on that tomato, isn't it wonderful? And then this one is rose. This one actually fell off the plant. It's got a small blemish, but you can see the size on it. It's just a really hardy tomato. This one here weighs in at 12 ounces, and this one is a 10 ounce tomato. So for my bigger tomatoes, my rose and my vintage wine have been really nice. As far as production, the porter, since it's a small tomato, it's really putting out a ton of tomatoes. Arkansas Travelers are loaded. I've picked 15 tomatoes off of 2 plants from these so far. The vintage wines are not producing as heavy, but it's just so cool just for the uniqueness factor. It's definitely going to be something that I'm going to continue to plant. So I hope you enjoyed this walkthrough of these tomato varieties. This is what I'm growing this year in the garden, and I will definitely be adding rose and vintage wine to future gardens. I'll probably change things up a little bit with a porter and a traveler. They're both good tomatoes, but if I'm going to grow, I've intended this to be a slicer. This is just too small for me. I'd like it to be at least a 10 ounce tomato. These are great. You only need one of them because they're flat loaded. I bet you there's 225, 250 tomatoes out there on this plant right now. And I only planted one of these, so one's all you need. All right, have a great day from my garden to yours.